Hey guys, today I am so excited to finally get to talk to you about Final Destination Bloodlines. Now, I gotta tell you, I love this franchise. It is one of my favorite franchises ever. If you've been around my channel for a while, I'm sure you've heard me talk about it many a times. I talk about how much I love unique and exciting and entertaining and unexpected deaths, and that is exactly what Final Destination delivers, which is why I love the franchise so much, because even during the movies that are not as good, you still get some entertaining kills, right? That's what I love about it, is that death is coming for you. It's interesting, it's fun, and it's fun to watch play out. So we finally have Final Destination Bloodlines, and I gotta tell you, I think this is my second favorite of the franchise. Now, the first one is like always going to be top, and I think that's because number one, it introduces you to the franchise and introduced me to the franchise. I fell in love with it. I think, it was so exciting and new and fresh. It's in the same vein of like Scream. The first Scream is always going to be the best one, right? So that's kind of how I feel about Final Destination. It's always going to be number one. But Final Destination Bloodlines, man, it's really, really freaking good. There's one little tiny thing that kind of bothered me throughout. Once I thought about it, I can't talk about it because it's a major spoiler. So maybe after the movie comes out, we can talk about it in the comments. If you guys ask me, just remind me and I'll let you know. It's a little thing that I could be totally off on, but it's just something that kind of stuck in the back of my head. And I was like, is that how it works? Or are they messing with the lore a little bit? That's kind of how I felt. But what I love about Final Destination Bloodlines overall is the expansion of the lore. We're learning more. We're exploring more. We're getting more information about death and how death acts. And, you mess with death. I'm saying it mess, even though they use the F word in the movie. Things get messy, right? And I love this cast. This cast is extremely likable, lovable. I instantly was like, I'm rooting for all of you. No one die. Of course, it's a Final Destination movie, so that's not going to happen. But I just fell in love with all of them, and I was like, I'm rooting for you. It was such a good movie for so many reasons. Let's talk about the opening sequence, though, because of course, with any Final Destination movie, they give you this opening premonition, this opening sequence that really kicks things off and then of course someone sees it, stops Death's plan, and that spirals into what we get in the movie. And that is kind of what happens here. Well, it's definitely what happens here, but it's a new take on it. It's not those people right away. It's more, and if you've seen the trailer, it's the Bloodlines, right? So Brec Bassinger plays a young Iris, and she sees a premonition at the opening of this amazing, insane restaurant up in the sky, which is so good. The premonition is great. It's insane. And then obviously she stops that from happening. And then this is like years in the future. Basically her bloodlines, death is coming for her bloodlines because she, was never supposed to have them, basically. That's essentially the gist of this without really diving into spoilers. And so that's what I love. It adds this fresh take, right? It's like let's take what we've had and just spice it up a little bit. And that's what I like. It makes it a little different. It's so good. Like I said, this cast is incredible. Listen, I'm not going to lie. Erik is like my favorite by far. I just love his sarcasm. He's so much fun. He's such a fun character. He's hilarious. He delivers the comedic moments when he needs to. And he's got some great scenes and some great sequences. And I love how he's like there for his family. I just really adored him. He's played by Harmon, and he's so good in this. Like instantly from the moment I saw him, I was like, I'm going to like this guy, because you're going to look at him and you're going to be like, does he care about his family because of all the like sarcasm stuff? But then when it comes down to it and it boils down to it, he really does love his family. And I love that about him. So incredible. Such an amazing part of it. But then also Stephanie, who's played by Kaitlyn Santa Juana. She is the main character. Stephanie's the one, I would say she's the main character. And it's easy to root for her as well. She's really likable. I had a lot of fun watching her, and then her brother Charlie. The two of them are sweet together, and it's interesting because you learn a little bit about Stephanie, and like maybe her family's not too thrilled with her, and so it kind of adds this like this rift between them at the beginning, which is something I really like because it makes it more interesting. Like the family's not immediately like, oh my God, Stephanie, we love you, we miss you, tell us what you think. You know what I mean? They're more like, yeah, okay. You haven't been around. I don't even want to talk to you right now. It's like, I'm not going to listen to what you have to say, which, you know, adds another element of waiting for stuff for people to like finally get on board of what is happening, right? And then, of course, we have the older Iris, who's great. Darlene, Stephanie, and Charlie's mom is amazing. I mean, there's so many great characters in here. Like I said, you instantly fall in love with them. Now, the deaths are so good. There's some great ones. I do wish they didn't show as much as they did in the trailers, but there's still some great stuff, some great surprises coming up. Truly, there's one kill. I think it's my favorite death in the entire franchise. All I will say, and it's leaked out there, so please try not to look for it unless you want to be ruined, because it really is so brilliantly done in the movie. And they did show us this at CinemaCon. It's an MRI death. This is what I will say. And it's done so well. It's so good. And it just gets crazier and crazier and crazier as you're watching it. And you're just like, oh my God, I can't believe they're doing this. That death is so great. The final death also really good because it's kind of a throwback. That's what I'll say. And like, so that it's like the nostalgia in me was like, wow, it's so good. Final Destination is really the epitome of like, when you see, you know, that saying, like, if you see a gun in a movie, it's going to go off. You're going to see it go off. This is like, you see stuff happening and you're like, oh my God, that's going to eventually kill someone. And so I get that feeling when I leave. And especially like leaving the screening of Bloodlines, I was like, oh my God. And I was like looking around everywhere. I was like, something's going to happen. The breeze is going to come in and this tree's going to fall in and I'm going to die. You know, it's like everybody was that way. All of us leaving us press, we were like this close to each other, like walking to our cars, like, oh my God, something's gonna murder us. Something's gonna kill us out here. Death is out to get us. It's crazy, the mindset that Final Destination movies put you in, but I love it. I wouldn't have it any other way. And Final Destination Bloodlines, it does exactly that. It's so fantastic. I also do want to talk about, though, is Tony Todd, because this is Tony Todd's like really final appearance. He filmed this. He very clearly was sick when he did film it. It's obvious. He's not only is he really skinny and it's so sad to see him like that, but his like monologue and the things that he says really talks about like, he's like, I'm sick. I'm done. And like, I just want to spend time like with the people I love and like live my life to the fullest before I go. And the fact that he said that, it's almost like he was talking to his fans. And you'll see at the moment, it's a perfect goodbye. It's so fitting. And I really feel like he was like, probably like, yeah, I'm going to come in and this is the stuff I want to say. And it's like, he knew he was sick in those moments, obviously. And it's just so, it takes it to a new level. It really does. But I was so excited to see him there. It broke my heart seeing him. I teared up watching him, especially because of the things he was saying, like I said. But it feels like a goodbye to the fans, which I appreciated and I loved. It was sad. It really was sad, but it was wonderful and beautiful, honestly. In the midst of a crazy movie that is Final Destination, it was very beautiful. It was a very beautiful moment. But yeah, this, I mean, I'll tell you what, I left this going, man, I can't wait for more Final Destinations. Like, we need more Final Destinations. This is so good. And like I said, so they add a little bit more lore. You have these likable characters. You have some insane deaths. Like, every death is crazy. And it's so good. There's some great stuff in here. I loved this movie so much. My only issue, well, I said there's that small little thing. That's not even really an issue. It doesn't really affect how I feel about this. I feel like I'm wrong. I must be crazy. But the CG is not great. Because there's a lot of CG in the deaths, of course, because the way they are played out, you can't actually do that. Like, you'll know what I'm talking about. Practical effects probably would have been insane. So there's some CG. It doesn't always look great, but it always is fun and it always is entertaining, is what I will say. So Final Destination Bloodlines, it is in theaters May 16th. You guys don't want to miss it. It's in theaters this weekend. If you like the Final Destination movies, you're going to love this one. It really feels like a return to form. And it's insane and it's so much fun and I just can't wait for more. And I love this cast. And Erik, supremacy, he's my favorite. He was just so sarcastic and funny, and I totally adore him. But I love everybody in this, and again, it was a fitting goodbye to Tony, and yeah, it was really good. So you guys let me know your thoughts down below in the comments. Don't forget to leave a like as well, and subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you don't miss out on more videos like this one. If by the time you got to this review, you've already seen it, let me know your thoughts. Try to stay as spoiler-free as you can, unless you put a warning, because I don't want to ruin it for people this weekend. But, you know, it's so good. It's so much fun. I'm so happy that it's good because I love these movies. So you guys can also check me out. Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, all the things. I'm Mama's Geeky, and of course, mamasgeeky.com. Thanks, guys. I will see you next time.